Hi everyone, welcome back. If you've been here before, welcome if you are new. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a small haul from Pink Monarch Prints. They're an online digital junk journaling company. So basically they make, patterns and items that can be printed and used for junk journaling. But every once in a while they do physical, or recently they started doing physical items, and one of the physical items that they were doing was 8x8 paper, and they had a release recently and also had it on sale. They're clearancing out their current 8x8 papers, and that means, I'm hoping that means that we're gonna get some new stuff soon. But yes, I did order the papers. They had 5 different packs, and they were on sale for like just a little bit less than $12. I think it was like $11.89 a piece or something like that. But then they also had the if you buy off that they also had a special if you buy all 5 paper packs so that they were $44. Was that right? $54. I don't know. It was a little bit cheaper, or pretty much I think the same for me if I would have bought 4 separately than to get the 5 together. And I'll show you, because there was one that I was like, I don't know if I need it. It's probably pretty, but it's just not the color of my choice to create with mostly, so I was gonna pass on it. But again, the 5-pack special was such a good price that I went ahead and got it. Okay, so UPS literally just dropped this at my door. I'm anxious to look at it. Here we go. I'm gonna cut this open. And this is such a cute box. Is my address on the bottom again too? It is. Okay. Right now I'm just cutting tape. I don't even know if this is how I get into this, but obviously I need to not show my address. Okay, I think, yep, I've got it. Okay. So, we got some paper. Okay, if you're a junk journaler, you would probably save this and use that. So, we may be saving that and use it. It's a nice thin tissue paper. Okay, so we've got the pads out the way, box on the floor, and here we are. All right, so this one on top is called Wildflower. We'll look at all of them. I'll just kind of show you, and then I probably will open them all and do it all flip through. But that way, if you don't want to stick around for that, then you can dart out after we at least look at what they are and do a quick flip through first. Okay, so Wildflower is the one on top. Sorry for the glare, but I'm trying to show you the name. All right, and so this one is Vintage Designs, very neutral one. This one we all know is going to be my favorite because pink blossom, pink and florals. Yes. But it does have some other colors in it. I saw that just from her flipping through that there's some greens and stuff in here too. So very, very cute. This one is Graph, Maps, and Words. So without the glare there. And so quick flip. And as you can see, all the papers are double-sided. And I do think there are repeats. At least one set of repeats, maybe 3. 2 of each design. So 36 different designs and 2 of each. Wow. Okay, Vintage Postal. This stuff is still warm from being out in the heat. and then blue French Toil. So this is the one that I would have skipped, even though I know it has flowers in it. I know that they're pretty. But see, honestly, that one's so dark, it kind of looks like a gray. So I would totally use that. That one's really pretty. I know I said I'm going to do more detail flip through, so let's just go ahead and look at this. So I am glad that I got this one, because even though blue is the primary color, it's not like an overwhelming boy blue. So very pretty. All right, so those are the 5 different paper pads that they have that I got. So pinkmonarchprints.com is their website. I think they were going to try to keep this up until they were out of stock of their items. And I did buy this long enough ago for UPS to get it to me. So hopefully they still have it. If you're interested, you can check them out and maybe, you know, get it yourself. But even if they don't have the paper pads anymore, check out their website as well as their Etsy. So the way they do it is they do a subscription every month that they have 2 levels. They have basically $9. I think it's $8.99, but basically $9 for the lower level. In the gold level, I think is what they call the next one, it's either $15 or $16. The difference is the gold level is going to include a mini project every month. So that one includes basically the pieces to complete a finished project every month. The premium, I think, is what the other level is called. That one, you just get your kits. It's like 50 pages. They usually always have like a journal, journal half pages, basically, that you can fold up and put together a journal. But then they also have like papers, tags, pockets, ephemera, and the design and theme changes every month. If you aren't into subscriptions, you can buy them separately, but I do believe when they sell them separately, I think it's like $32 or $35. So you can see that there is a great discount in doing the subscription if you're willing to see, or basically get that item first and then see if you like it. I have to say, there's something beautiful in every kit. Even if it's maybe like the theme isn't necessarily like what you love, there's going to be some beautiful paper. There's going to be some beautiful pockets. The ephemera, you know, you can maybe use in a different kit or something like that. And so I still think it's worth it, because basically I get the $9 subscription. So for every 3 kits, maybe even 4 kits, is what I'd be paying for one kit if I liked it and wanted to buy it separately. So I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, if I wanted to just buy one kit after I see it, I'd be paying 4 times as much as if I got the subscription. So I don't know if that still makes any sense. I'm gonna try that one more time. So basically, for every 4 kits that I purchase through my subscription, I'd be paying for a single kit if I purchased it on their Etsy. So basically, in one of 4, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. I would have bought it, but I got the other 3 kits as well too included, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't know, but check it out. And then of course their Etsy, they also have other kits that they put out, and paper packs, embellishment kits, ephemera kits, all kind of stuff for junk journaling. And their designs are really, really beautiful. They do a lot of florals, which is right up my alley, but they also do a lot of other styles and themes and colors. So it's a good variety, so definitely check them out. Okay, so now we're going to get into like flipping through these a bit slower. So I need to clear some space, and we'll look at them one by one and kind of ooh and ah over them. I have, let me see something right here. Let me move it. Okay, so I'm trying to see if we'll be able to see both patterns. I don't know. I guess we'll move it. So this is a nice floral. I wonder if I should zoom in, but then you won't see the other side. The back has a grid with some text script on it. We have a music note paper and a floral on the back. Definitely kind of like a repeating like wallpaper design kind of there. That one has a map on the back. Then we've got a newsprint. It's gorgeous in its coloring. And a scripty one on the back. Now I can tell this paper pad, like they're popping out of places. I flip them. Did you see that? So these are going to be loose sheets before I'm done, but I really want to fully open them so you can see. And I'm okay with that. I like that they pop out easily, so that means I probably won't have that gummy stuff on the tip of them when I do pull them out and use them. So I like this large flourish over this like advertisement print. That one's really pretty. And then also they do YouTube videos on their YouTube channel, which shows a lot of ideas of how to use their kits and like things that you could do with their kits, but even any other papers. So yes, sometimes they're showing projects that they do with the 8x8 pads. Oh, look at that floral. It's cute. And you know, sometimes they're showing projects that you can do with the 8.5x11 piece of printed paper. They do a lot of one-page wonders as well too. So lots of ideas and inspiration on their YouTube. So if nothing else, check them out there. But yeah, if you like that, you're probably gonna fall for some of their products because it really is really awesome stuff. And it's a mom and daughter team. So they're sweethearts. So check them out. So this one is definitely, I like that they're neutrals that can be background, but then sometimes you get a piece that will make a great focal piece. So yeah, it's just a lot of variety in these packs, and this quality is really nice. This paper is, I'm trying to think if it's probably is American Crafts paperweight. So I know a lot of people are familiar with their single sheets. So it's not super heavy like, you know, 49 in Market, or even and it's not textured, it's smooth. But yeah, it probably, you know, is a good 80-pound weight. I think it might be, could be 65-pound, but it seems either 65 or 80-pound. So it's good enough for projects, but it's not super heavy where you would have trouble folding it, increasing it. So I think it's the perfect middle weight for doing a paper pad, actually. So yeah, but yeah, you can see my papers are popping out, and I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm more likely to use them if it's not pristine. And I'm gonna guess that this is where we started. Yes, and so it repeats. So we've looked at all of the designs in this paper pad. So that's 18 sheets, 36 designs, and then 18 more sheets. So that was Wallflower. Next up, we have my favorite. Should we save it for last? We'll save it for last. Oh, don't hate me. Graphs, maps, and words is what we'll do next. So is this the same one? It's like it is, but it isn't. Let's compare. Yes, but no. And so can you see both of them? So when we start over here, we look at basically where this ends, Looking Glass periodicals. So this advertisement is here as well. But this whole row is different. This whole row seems to be different. So yeah, so just one little you know, commonality in this one. But I don't know if you can tell, the coloring is different. You remember I said this one had really nice like aged coloring on it, so it's quite yellow. This one is a little bit lighter, and I don't know if that's intention or just the way the pad's printed, but it is a little bit of a different feel. So I'm definitely I'm liking that. I'm liking that it's somewhat different. So awesome. Then we have a ledger paper on the back. We've got a map. We have a really nice grid paper. You know what? Maybe I should pop them out so we can see them and you don't have to look at them upside down. We have, all right, we have an advertisement and a ledger paper with script. So as you can see, like the ledger goes this way, the script goes that way. So that kind of makes this a universal kind of design. We have a newspaper print, kind of with columns and stuff. And on the back of that, we have a map. We have a text. And on the back of that, we have a more colorful map. It's quite different in the styles. I know that one's upside down, but definitely different in the styles. So we have this grid. So we have a grid and a text print on the back. We have another newsprint. Now I do think this one definitely has that Looking Glass periodicals. Does look a little bit more familiar, but again, I'm okay with that. You know, we use those newsprints as backgrounds so much. You know, that yes, sometimes they're focals, but a lot of times you're going to use them in the background. And so nobody's going to be like, hey, that's the same print, you know. Another map. We've got all kinds of text and even just some typography letters there on this side. And then a really cute grid. This grid has teal lines on it. So those are like a light blue teal. We have a script, but it does have, it's overlaid on top of like some photos in the back. That one looks like a postage stamp, but you have some very faint images behind it. So that's awesome. And then definitely a collage of text. We have another advertisement newsprint. Okay, and another grid. Another handwritten collage, like handwritten text in collage that's on the collage on there. And then we have a number typography style paper. All right, we've got a nice colorful world map here. And then on the back, definitely a text print that we haven't seen. So let's see. We have a large advertisement. Okay, sorry about that. We got cut off. I got you back. The angle might be just a little bit different, but hopefully it's still good enough that you can see. So we've got this large newsprint paper, and I really like that one. On the back, just a nice, there's some script in there, some numbers, but just a nice grungy paper. We have another map. Let me get this one out. There we go. On the back, a collage of some letters, it looks like. We have a wonderful grid here. Can you see? There we go. And on the back, we have a advertisement. I thought that was 2 papers. Okay, another very neutral map. And a ledger with some print on it. We have a script paper on the back. Another style of newsprint advertisements. So different way. We have another script letter. On the back of that, another column newsprint. So that's those designs. So awesome. Let me go ahead and pop this one out real quick. There we go. So that's that one. All right, next up is Vintage Postal. So this one, let's see. The first one's harder to get out. Let me maybe pop this one out first. See, and I can see the gummy sticking on that one because it's sticking to the cover. All right, bear with me. I've almost got it. Okay. And see, that's what I was saying, that I liked how they were just popping out, because you can see I still got a little gummy stuck to that, but I mean, it's fine, but it's just nice when they pop out. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one. We've got a green floral print, tone on tone. We've got this awesome little pattern on the back. There's one of that one, and I saw this one already repeat, so I'm not sure if this is going to go in a different order than the other 2 did. But we have a collage of different vintage things there. We have this interesting pattern on the back. It doesn't seem like it's picking up that it's a hint of like it's a little bit more reddish brown than it seems like the camera is showing. So that's interesting. There's that one. That's a repeat of that one. And there's a repeat of that first one. So we won't pull those out. And then it tore that one. Aw. We were doing so good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, because this one is a little bit more gummy than the others. So maybe I won't tear them out. All right. So we've got script prints. And then lots of different images on that one. We have this pattern. Ew, and I just lost the word for it. Is it argyle? No. Is it argyle? Anyway, we have that pattern. That repeats. There's that script again with that. So here is a letter. Scripts. And then on the back, we have, I'm going to turn this around and see. Some trains. Are they all trains? Yeah, they're all trains. Okay. We've got a stripe. Oh, let's pull it closer. You can see the stripe there. Ooh, we've got a botanical. All right. We saw this one. We saw that one, but there we go. We have a map of Africa. And on the back is a really pretty red pattern with a pinkish background. I'm not big into red, but I think that one's really nice. I like this one too. I like this one a lot. We have our images that are kind of like collaged on there, layered on there already. So that one's a really pretty paper. And it's red, so there's this pattern. And that repeats. There's the map of Africa. We have another pattern. And on the back of that, ooh, it's a gray newsprint. All right. Yep, we have this pattern. And a grid. And this is a different color. I think this might be the same grid we've seen before, but it is in a different coloring. So it kind of matches what's going on in this paper pad. Didn't we see that pattern already? Yeah. Yep, every place where it's like really gummy, it's kind of messing up the paper. Luckily, we're going to be using this in some like vintage style stuff, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Ooh, this map has a lot of red lines on it. And then list of transcontinental routes of the United States. So there we go. We have a postcard collage. In that pattern. There's that floral we saw. Here's another floral. It's like white on top of craft. That's cute. And we've got a brown plaid, I guess you would say, but it's over like a pink-ish background. Then we have a really cute floral, tiny. It's not super tiny, but it's kind of small. This is a very interesting newsprint with a postcard layered on it and another little image in that corner. There's that floral. Here's a red pattern. A newsprint in a light color. A wonderful collage of colorful ephemera. And a really small Orgal diamond pattern. There's the red, we saw that one. Here's this one. Can you see it? Oh, there you go, the pattern. This is a green list of numbers and principal types. So the text is in white. The background is kind of greenish, kind of craft. Whoops. And then we have a damask pattern that's very grungy. And a small pattern there. And this might be the same pattern. It is the same pattern as that one, but this one shows up better because it has black in it. I like that one. I like that one. And that's, oh, that was the back of that one. So that was Vintage Postal. All right. Blue French Toil. Okay, you know what I'm saying, or trying to say. All right, so the surprise of the batch. Like I said, I think I'm liking this more than I would have thought. So let's see. Now these papers are gonna pop out. Seems like these might pop out easier. Okay. We have this pattern. Definitely what we would expect. And then it has just pretty much a neutral blue on the back. We have this deep blue pattern. So that one's nice. I mean, you know, for it to be so blue. And then here's our classic toil pattern. Yeah, I'm gonna stop saying that word. Okay, was this the same floral that we saw already? Yeah, we saw that one. And then we definitely got a nice deep pattern. Again, this one looks like it's gray or black. Like I wouldn't have guessed that that's blue. So that works. And here's that very fine floral, whoops, that I like. Shaking the camera there, sorry. I love this one. I love this big floral image on top of this grid. And see that? Isn't that cute? We've got that one. That's so cute. So I guess I'll be using some blue in my crafting. Oh, look at this advertisement over top of that pattern at the back there. We saw that one. Lovely floral here. So there's that. This was a beautiful collage of text and typography and all kinds of images, scripts. There's those flowers on a different, I think those are the same flowers, but they're on a different background, so that's neat. Is that the same blue floral? I think so. Here's a tiny blue floral. But again, like I said, that one, you know, looks kind of gray blue. So, and then of course the back is usable, even if we do have this a few times already. I like this one as well too. I love this collage. Here we go, very classic branches. I think we saw that one. Here's a deep blue with text and florals. That's neat, that's neat. And this tiny little pattern, like, those are like itty bitty damask. I can't even focus, there we go. That's cute. We've got a damask over ledger. And a grayish blue advertisement print with some grunge to it. There's that blue again. Here's a floral repeating pattern. Up there's the birds. We should have known we were going to see some birds in this pattern, right? In this book. Here's a stripe. Again, it looks like it's black or gray. Definitely compared to that one, like that one's very blue. This one is very much darker, so I don't even know if that's blue. Same thing here. This one looks like it's a gray or black print. And it's kind of scripty, but it's so small that it's like hard to tell if those are really even words. It definitely repeats though, you can see that, but okay, we saw that one. Here's another floral. So this one is gorgeous. I'm glad I got it. Another damask. Another script. Another branchy floral. Saw that one. Oh, this one is so pretty. Those blue flowers, they're actually really pretty flowers. And there's collages of print and typography in the background on that one. And we've got scripts and more tiny branchy florals with a, it's almost like a textile stripe. So And then there's my floral again. And then a scripty with a floral. And that's that one. I have to say I like this. And I do like that I'll be actually using some color. I don't know if we looked at that one, sorry. Using some color in my, oh, I never even looked at the back. It shows all the patterns on the back. Do they all do that? Why, yes, they do. Wow, okay. All right, so these are the ones that we looked at so far. So that's cool. All right, so now we will get to my favorites. Because it's pink, because it's floral, it's pink florals. Yes. All right, again, Pink Blossom. Very shabby chic to start off with, but it's cute. And I said, but it's cute because I don't necessarily do shabby chic. I like more vintage, but of course, shabby chic has pink and florals in it. So of course I'm gonna love it, but it's just, I don't know how to stick to that style beyond like what they provide. So basically to me, like it's the florals, maybe a little bit of text and lace, but other than that, I'm like, I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I'm not opposed to shabby chic. It's just that I guess I just don't know how to work with it or something. I don't know. But then also I do like to balance. Like I love the typography, so put more of that in it, put more, you know, graphs and maps and stuff in with it. So I think, like I said, I'm more of a vintage style than that, but I think it's pretty. So let me just say that. Okay, anyway, we've got another newsprint here. It's almost like it's almost white, but it's still a little vintage looking. A really cute pink pattern. You see what the pattern is? There we go. So there's that one. Oh, look at this. We got a butterfly in there. We've got the florals at the bottom. I'm hit the camera. Try not to do that too much more. Sorry. There's that one. We saw that already. We've got a stripe. And a tiny, tiny floral pattern there. I know it's crooked, but I'm trying not to hit the camera. Okay. We have this beautiful floral. I like that. And then we have a green, like linen kind of textile pattern. We saw the stripe, a floral damask that's quite grungy. Pink damask is what I meant to say, not a floral damask. Oh, look at these flowers. It's so cute. Oh. And then we have a grid. There's some dots in the background of that grid. Yeah, you can see it. An argyle. Darn it, so it's actually arc. There we go. We saw that one, and then we have it's funny because like the numbers and text go this way, but there it is. And on the back of that, it's a very distressed but floral image. I like it. We've got a map. There we go. We got a map in here. A damask. It's very grungy. Oh, and in the grunge, there's an advertisement print. All right. We saw that one. This pretty floral print over top of a pink advertisement background. Ooh, a collagey one. Busy Bee, Bee Journal. So I like that one. Oh, we didn't see this houndstooth. What's up the back of? Oh, okay, yeah, I totally skipped the houndstooth. Sorry. I love a houndstooth pattern as well too. I'm definitely into patterns that have high contrast, even though we've seen like Houndstooth originally has a high contrast because it's usually like black and white, maybe even pink and white, you know, a color in white. But I've seen it done monochromatically and it's still just as cute too. So I think I originally was attracted to Houndstooth because of the contrast, but now I like it as even a monochromatic pattern. So this one is definitely, it's a white, so it's a contrast, but like I said, I've seen it before where it's pink on pink and it's just as adorable. Anyway, sorry. We've got this on the back, and I don't even know what to say that is. It's like a blueprint kind of thing. It's streets, and I guess those are maybe like lots. I would say that those are lots before I say that they're houses, but okay. So we saw that, and then we saw that one, and then yes, a pink damask, and the way it is collaged with this, it blends in with this stripe pattern, is absolutely gorgeous. A tiny floral here. We've got a like a grid, but it looks like the paper was crumpled, and then you've got a few flourish designs added in there, so that's an interesting one. And then that's a damask on the back of it. So that one, here's a distressed argyle. I'm sure if that's the right pattern because I keep saying it. I love this stripe. It's like a multi pink stripe, and every stripe is like a multi lined, but then it's over top of a text, a scripty background, so that's really cute. We've got this pattern. It's over top of a newsprint. All right, we have a beautiful repeating floral over top of a tiny, look like advertisement print in the background. So big florals, little words. Ew, look at this damask. That's so pretty. And it's over top of a print. We have a pink linen, maybe not even linen, but just textile texture. And then we've got a white damask, and then we have shuck the camera again because I'm trying to show you these corners. But you have the flowers in the corners. So that one's gorgeous. And then we saw that one. We've got a newsprint, again, advertisement. And we have this design over top of a script. We've got, looks like cherry blossoms with bees over top of a collage, a pink collage. Oh. Then a large argyle. It's so pretty. Oh. Yes. And then we saw that one, so that's the end of it. So yes, definitely pink blossom is my favorite. And you know what? I mean, there's so many florals in this one that I do like it. So, and I guess that's maybe, you know, pink and blue, balance that out. But then, you know, vintage postal graphs, map and words, and wallflower are just as gorgeous too. So these are all lovely. I'm glad that I have them. I know they released it once and I had just spent money on something else. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to get it. And then I hate that I didn't get it. And so this time, even though I had just spent a lot of money at CKC and bought a lot more stuff than, you know, than I'll be able to use for the rest of the year, I wasn't going to miss this again. Check out pinkmonarchprints.com if you don't already know. I think you'll like it. And let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite. You know, do you like the grungy ones, the neutral ones, You know, the vintage postal, which is like vintage and colorful. You know, would it be the pink for you, or are you a blue French toil kind of girl or guy? But let me know what's your favorite and what you think. So thanks so much for tuning in today. Give this video a thumbs up, please, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.